This segment is sponsored by the City of South Bend. South Bend is the place to be for learning, growing, and enjoying your summer. Mayor James Mueller is joining us again, along with Maurice Scott, to share the multitude of opportunities that are available for young people in the community this summer. So, Mayor Mueller, thanks for joining us again, and Maurice, thank you so much for being here for the first time.
Thanks for having us.
Well, we always appreciate talking about everything that's happening in our community, especially ways that people can get involved to really, enhance their summers this season. So, Mayor Mueller, we were just talking about Maurice and your position as Chief Community Officer. What exactly does that mean, and why was that a position that was created?
So Maurice, or we call him Mo around the city, but
we're just being formal here.
We're being formal here, but. He worked at the King Center for many years, among other roles within the city. And then to begin, when I became mayor, there was a new role created called Director of Community Initiatives, and he stepped up to join that. And at the time, it was in the mayor's office. Mm-hmm. And what he was charged to do was work on various things, including youth engagement, youth initiatives. And then just this year, his role was then renamed Chief Community Officer, and now he's with the Venue Parks and Arts team, because that's where a lot of these, where the city plays with kids and the community. And so he's back in, that's where he started, but he's back there, but in a different role, and he's bringing a lot of new things to the city, which is great. And we'll hear about some of them here in a few minutes.
Right, of course. And keeping the community together and keeping the community really engaged in everything happening with the city is so important. So seriously, an incredible role. But let's talk about the King at Kennedy summer programs.
Yes.
We know we were just talking about recently on the show, the Dream Center is still under construction, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about that, and then what's happening with King at Kennedy this summer?
Yes, so currently right now we are in the final stages of start the construction.
Yay,
so we're excited about that. And so obviously with the center being down, we needed to pivot to still offer some programming. We still have all of our staff that's at Martin Luther King. And so we decided what better way than to bring some recreation back to the parks than to offer King at Kennedy, which is a lot of the programming that was happening at Martin Luther King Center is happening at Kennedy Park.
Great. So what might that look like, and why is it so important for you to bring people back to the parks?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So at Kennedy Park this summer, what we'll offer is where kids can come in every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and they will be engaged with our staff in everything from just park activities, from whether it's shooting hoops outside and just bringing play back to the parks.
Yes.
And then just engaging the kids with just old school games that they, a lot of the youth nowadays don't even know about some of those old school games,
right.
like Two Square and things like that.
I was going to say, I was thinking Four Square. That's what I was playing back in the day.
So,
I mean, those are some of the best parts of summer too, just enjoying time with your friends, being outside, being active. But I also want to talk about another really important part of the South Bend community with the South Bend Alive grant. And so Mayor Mueller, could you tell us a little bit about what that means and this year's recipient?
So, I mean, this is a program, again, that started when Mo started in the mayor's office 3 years ago, so we're now in its third year, and it's Alive and Free grants, and the purpose of this program is to make sure that we get our kids onto a better path. We know that there's a path of violence that kids choose, and that either the odds there are that you either end up a victim or you end up in jail. And so that's why it's called Alive and Free, is we want our kids to get connected to opportunities and be able to thrive and be alive and free. And so this is the third year, as I mentioned. There are a number of grant recipients, but I think Mo wants to talk about one or two in particular that he's really excited about.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. So like Mayor said, this is our third year. We have 10 recipients this year. One I want to talk about is Transformation Ministries, who does Iron Sharpens Iron, which is a mentoring component with young people, and then they have Greater Impact, which is an employment opportunity for our teens. They are doing phenomenal work. And so we're excited just to continue to partner with them and what they're doing. And so it was so important for this opportunity just to connect with the community. because we know that together with the community we can help solve some of these issues. But we got to do it together.
Right,
So,
we
yeah.
got to do it together, and to have that support from the city is incredibly important. So we want to make sure everybody can get connected with South Bend this summer for all the programs, everything that you need to get involved. For more information, give them a call at 574-233-0311. Visit southbendin.gov or check them out on social media.